how could I tell my boyfriend to wash his ass properly? Because he's not doing that. I have a t-shirt design with many little dicks.
Okay, viewers, we have here from the center of Europe another beautiful artist, and she goes by the name Lululoveland. But don't worry, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to introduce her herself. But before that, welcome to Prep and Thrive Radio, Lulu. And to our audience, I say welcome. So please go ahead, introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, what you do, why you do what you do. We want to know about you.
Yeah, cool, cool. Thank you so much for the invite. It's really exciting for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, I'm from Hungary. I lived in Budapest, the capital, for a few years, but now I'm back on the countryside where I was born. Yeah, so it's really, really chill environment. And though I've been drawing since, I can use my hands since kindergarten, and I never stopped actually. But I only started to paint like professionally a few years ago. So I've been always studying painting, but I was never considered as a way to go as a career because being a painter is a little bit scary to think about. It's uh, so it's not an easy way to make a living.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so that's why I was learning like applied arts. Like I in the university I studied textile design, like textile pattern design, and then I learned graphic design by myself because these are like more um, like stable stuff to do. But once I started to paint, I realized I cannot go without it. So I just quit my job. I moved back to the countryside because, to be honest, there is much cheaper, like in every country, I guess. I'm here now, and I only paint. And I mean, I know it's really not everybody can do what I do. Like, not everybody can afford themselves to to move away and start a whole new career. But my family is really supportive, fortunately. Yeah, and now I'm just looking for my ways to get through.
wonderful. Well, we are going to come into the details of your craft
Yeah.
because you have a signature niche, which is a little bit controversial. That is actually what caught my attention because I also really love art. But when I saw your art, I was like, wow, she has a style and she has a niche. But there is a quote I saw on your Instagram. You said, you need some extra spice for your space. Tell me about it. How do you get your creative ideas inspired into this direction?
Mhm. Well, I in my one of my university studies, I started to work with intimacy, like the idea of intimacy and what intimacy means to different people. And what I found that everybody has their own image about intimacy, and it's all different and all beautiful. And it was super nice how like even older people opened up about their experiences, like not only the good ones, the bad ones too. How they opened up to me, they told me the stories, and I felt closer to them, and I realized that this is a topic everybody loves to talk about, like their sexuality, their interests, their passions, their desires.
Mm-hmm.
They not often feels like they can talk about it like safely because you know in our culture it's kind of like a huge taboo even today,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little bit weird because we can feel like sex is everywhere, so we are talking
Mm-hmm.
about it all the time,
Mm-hmm.
TV or shows or commercials, like it's everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
not in the real way. So
Yeah.
these are stories about sex, but not real sex, not real stories, and kind of feel like um, like our sexuality is not right because we don't experience those things in the way in the movies, or
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't happen that way, and that's how we get this weird feeling in us, and we feel ashamed talking about it even with friends because we think that we are doing something wrong. So we
Mm-hmm.
are in silent, we are suffering even, and just let things happen, and so many people live their lives and die without knowing real pleasure or real beauty.
Really?
Sexual, yeah. So, and this really makes me sad because this is such a
Wow.
beautiful piece of our life, and everybody entitled for
Mm-hmm.
beauty in their life, their sex life. Everybody entitled to experience wonders, to discover themselves. So that's yeah. So long story short, uh, I feel the power in this topic, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel how it empower others to tell their stories or to start to talk about their stories. So that's why I use this topic as my favorite one, my
Mm.
favorite and only one. So we can start to talk about it and connect.
Wow, Lulu. Well, we do have a lot of questions because your idea about your art is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, I have seen art. I have gone to art galleries. I have been to a lot of art galleries, but your style is different. So, I'm going to show you a photo. Do you see it?
Oh yes.
Yes. Can you tell us about this? And then
Yeah.
after that, we will come to your painting and drawing. So, what
Okay.
is this? Is it a key holder or I mean, what is that? Is it a dildo? I mean, I don't know.
So this is ceramic, a little ceramic penis, and
Mm-hmm.
you can use it like different ways. You can use it as a cupboard handle, or a coat hanger, or a key holder, as you said. So, but it's like a gag. I wanted to do something funny, what you can buy, and you can put it at your home, like even in the kitchen, which is a really really public space, or to your own bathroom or bedroom, which is a more private place. And like most of the people buys my art, and they are telling me that, oh yes, we are going to put it in the bedroom so only we can see us, because they're a little bit ashamed of you know uh, themselves to be interested in this topic. So it's really funny. But yeah, this is basically a ceramic thingy.
Mm.
You can use.
With your arm, can you measure the size of this?
Yeah,
I want to see
yeah,
how
okay.
big it is.
So all of them are different sizes and forms and colors. So this reflects on the reality.
What is the biggest size in
Well,
this art?
maybe this one.
Maybe this big. Okay.
Yeah.
And is it purposefully only for these things? Is it not for any sexual intimate activities, or is just for like is purposely for keys or
Yeah,
what you mentioned?
yeah. I mean, you can use, because I've seen like ceramic plays, not plays. Sorry, toys. yeah,
Mm.
in sex shops, and it can work like that. But I think you need more like biological knowledge about how these toys are made. And I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
it gives you any pleasure, but of course, if you put it in your shower, maybe you can try it out. But yeah, so only imagination.
Mm. In regards to this key holder, are we going to see more body parts? Like maybe in the future you're going to make some boobs with like,
Yeah.
or are you just going to maintain it on the penis?
I'm not sure if I'm going in the vulva or boob direction, because nowadays I feel like we are talking a lot about vulva, like the
Mm-hmm.
women intim part or boobs, or parts. And I wanted to do something which hasn't been done yet. But I mean, penises are everywhere, like in Asian architecture. So it's really everywhere, in every house. Like the
Mm-hmm.
designing. I mean, the front of the house is, with all the thingies. If you looking for a penis, you're going to find a penis. So it's everywhere, really. Yeah, so I just I haven't thought about it like going in a different direction, but who knows? I don't want to.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I think for now this is a very good idea. It's very interesting. I think if I went to any city and I saw a shop selling these kind of key holder or whatever holder, I think I'll be interested to get one. So it's very
Good.
interesting. And then one other style of your art are is it paintings or are they drawings?
Like which one?
So for example, let me see this one. Yeah, I have a lot to show you, but let me pick so like these ones,
Yes, those are digital designs. Yeah.
okay.
So
And when I pay attention to your art gallery, I see that there are some paintings you may have done with your hands, like this one.
yes, yes. So I started with digital designs, and I've been drawing them like for years now, and those are really like detailed, even like the older ones if you look them on Instagram. And
Mm-hmm.
one point I got lost with all the details, and I wanted to do a much more simple line, and I started to do like really simple forms, like these ones behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What are they
so
doing? Are they sleeping or are they kissing
well,
or are they making love or
whatever you wanna see in it. I mean, so this is if you check it out, it's
mm-hmm.
the
Mm.
you can see it like more literally as an orgy, like all the bodies like holding each other
Each
and
other.
each other connecting. But I more like the other read of the picture. The title is "Spread Love," and this is
Spread
like
love.
the point of like all my art. And I like to think about it like if you connect with someone with love, and you
Mm-hmm.
show them love and you give them love, then they are going to bring that love to the next connection. And
Mm-hmm.
if you hurt the other, or you give them pain, or any kind of bad feelings, that's what they are going to you know
It's unfair.
yeah. So
Mm.
this is like the whole point, to try to give more love. And obviously I'm not saying if they are bad to you, you should only give them love anyway, because it's not how it works. But basically, like, let's try to be more fair with each other, like even in these hard days when a lot of young or older people trying to connect on the internet, like trying to find someone on the internet, on these dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
and these we are crossing each other's ways and texting for a few days, few weeks, maybe even dating a few times, then ghosting each other, or just being really cruel, or yeah. So it's like not good vibes, and I see like all these young people. Uh, they have been hurt and they are in pain, and the only thing they can give is pain because they are in pain. So just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for a moment, you skipped into the reality of life, and that is actually happening. People are doing all sort of things, and what do you think can be done about through your art can be done about ghosting people? Because
Mm.
are you trying to say that one of the most effective way to show love is through intimacy, and people are still ghosting people after having intimacy? What through your art are you going to teach us from there?
Hmm. I don't think that my art is going to heal anybody, uh, but what I hope is it's going to educate a little bit. And yeah, well, about ghosting. Um, yeah, so it's all about communication, and to not to be afraid of tell to the other what we think or what we feel. And yeah, art is a way to help in it, because even if we don't realize, we are surrounded by art, and we learn from it, even if we are not aware of that. So we see something, we start to think about it, and one day we realize that, wow, I just said something I wouldn't have said like a few weeks ago, but I've been thinking about it so hard, like I just did, and it felt good. So yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, about your art and your workshop, how is it going? Do you see growth in time? Do you see it affecting people's life positively? Like, I'm sure you have some fans, you have some customers. How do you see the involvement with them? Is it something you think is good? I mean, are you seeing progress?
Yeah, definitely. Like I have one particular friend who she grow up in a really religious family, and she
Mm,
was so like all kind of typical religious stuff,
mm,
like no sex before marriage, etc., etc. Yeah. And she was like, she followed me on Instagram, and she said like every time my design came up, she just scrolled it away like really fast, because she was so um, uh, not afraid, but she didn't like to see it because it was too much for her. And she realized that every time she spent more time to look at it. And now she's like kind of gets not excited but like interested when she sees it. And I don't think I ruined her pureness. I think I just opened her up maybe a bit, and I hope that happened. And what the other amazing thing is, like, thanks to my solo show, I was able to meet with a lot of people who follows me, and we
mm,
haven't met in person. And the whole point of this is meeting others and hearing their stories. And we are just meeting up in the gallery, and they are coming with their stories, and how mm, I love to hear when they say that, oh, that picture of you, I saw it, and then I felt, wow, I'm not alone with this feeling. Like, wow, if somebody else gets it, and it gave them a sense of uh,
belonging.
belonging. Yeah, that's the word. So, and this is great, and so you can grow even if you are on the way on growing. uh, you can grow farther or bigger. And if you haven't started it yet, like you can always yeah, get ahead and learn something beautiful.
Do you think in the future you're going to pursue being a sex therapist or a sex advisor or something like that? Because it feels like you are happy to inspire people to have good and good sex.
Yeah.
So are you going to be a sex therapist in the future?
I don't think so. That's too much of a work and study. I was thinking about it actually, but here you have to do like a psychology degree, and after that you can learn like 2 more years to become a sex therapist. And I'm planning to attend on like these courses. You can get not to be a professional, but to be more aware of things. And as as an artist, I would like to talk to others, but not professionally. And yeah, but I always thought that yeah, being a sex therapist is a super exciting profession, and I admire everyone who does that. And I'm so happy that for example, podcasts are existing, because you can get a lot of beautiful and great information from all kind of stuff. So that I usually listen to podcasts in these topics as well, and it's beautiful, and like it's how you can get any information if you really want to, and you
Yeah.
know it's
Great. I would like to ask you a question. You know Billie Eilish, right?
yes.
Yeah. She does beautiful music. And one of her interviews, she said most of the things and the words she says in her music are from her life experiences. There are moments she has lived, there are moments she has taught, so that those are the same things she brings into her music. Is that the same in your case?
Mhm.
Are these your intimate moments, most favorite, most exciting, most amazing intimate moments? Are these the moments you sometimes try to visualize them into your art?
Mhm. Well, it's like really different in every picture, because some of them are inspired by a really specific time or happening or experience. Yeah, experience,
Hmm.
right word. But some of them are just really strong feelings. Maybe just the feeling of connect, being connected to
Hmm.
a specific person, and that feeling, not the specific image of being together, but the feeling.
The feeling.
So it's
Hmm.
uh, another way to visualize that feeling, not like detailedly like paint the exact moment, but the feeling. And there are also like moments inspired by music as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, when sometimes I even paint about loneliness, um, but it's or a connection with myself. So this is a partnership as well. I mean, being with myself,
Hmm.
and I'm on a therapy period now. So I'm on therapy, and it helps me a lot, the painting, to discover um my sexuality, my experiences with others, because as I grew up, as I discovered my ways, um, every kind of stuff happens with a young adult when
Hmm.
she or he starts to experience sexuality. A lot of shame, a lot of happiness, a lot of misunderstanding, and through the art, I get to understand these things. I get to let go of things, Sometimes I have a great pain inside of me. I don't even realize it's there. And then I find the picture in my head or in my soul or anywhere it comes from, and I start to, sketching it down. I started painting it, and then I realized, oh my god, it's that, and
And
uh,
then,
and it comes out always in a different way than I
hmm,
imagine, but it helps a lot to discover these deeper deeper stuff. Yeah. So
so would
yeah.
you say you being an artist is a calling? Because you said you were living in Budapest, which is the capital city of Hungary,
Yes.
and now you are in the countryside. But don't you think your art would have gotten enough attention if it was in Budapest and a lot of connection, since there are a lot of people who love the idea of sex in Budapest, who might be much more interesting. But how is it engaging in the countryside? How are people accepting and engaging with it there?
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not really in touch with, with people in the countryside because really it sounds really snobbish. But so I basically kept all my friends, all my contacts in Budapest, and I'm going there like 3 times a week, maybe.
Okay.
So I'm like pretty much still connected because
Mm.
yeah, I well, it's sad or not, but the capital and the center of Hungary is Budapest. Like um, all the galleries are there, all the free spirit thinkers are there. I mean, there are free thinkers and galleries in the countryside as well. I don't want to, upset or offend
Yeah.
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yes, I think there are those people who are interested in this kind of stuff, and yeah, I'm really thankful for the internet because you know uh,
Yeah.
no like borders really, and I want to go even further and explore other big cities like Berlin, for example. That is my next stuff. I really would like to. I've been there for a few times, and I see
Mm,
like culturally how um, diverse it is and how exciting. And I think this kind of art would, go there really well. I think like there are people who could resonate with it.
mhm.
Uh, yeah. So I try to be opened for any opportunities, but sure, it's easier to connect with others. Uh,
Mm.
Budapest.
Do you also do photography?
No, no,
No.
no.
Okay. So it's just drawing and painting.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And before we go into the next segment of the video, you did mention that you are very grateful to your family helping. I saw a cute mom and dad on your Instagram. I'm not going to show it, but I am sure they are the ones. And they like the idea, right? They like the idea of your art.
Yeah, I mean, we are not really talking about it in details because it's like in general, parents and kids are not really comfortable to talk about this stuff. Like,
Mhm.
uh, I'm telling my mom basically everything. She's not really comfortable with it like most of the times, but they are really proud and really supportive. Like just yesterday I was attending on a design fair with my ceramic key holders and my graphics, and my mom and dad took me there and they had me pack my things out, and so they're really going with it. But yeah, so they are not wearing my t-shirts with the dicks because that would be too much. Yeah,
Okay, I mean, it's good to know that you have the support of your parents. Now we will talk about the controversies that has aroused so far. But before that, I will tell you a story. Maybe you will know about the story. Whether fortunate or unfortunate, this story happened in America in 1987. And the name of the artist was Andres Serrano. I don't know if you've heard about him. He created a very controversial work. The name of the work was Peace Christ. And it was a piece of photograph, he said. And in this photograph, he sunk he sank the painting of Christ in his urine.
Wow.
Yeah. So when you see it at first glance, it looks almost like some beautiful art in some expensive water. But if you look closely, you can tell that it is the art in the urine. And then it caused a lot of controversy, of course. People were calling him names and stuff like that. So he had a lot of trouble with the art that he was doing. So in your case, I wanted to ask you, what are some troubles that you have found so far? What
Yeah,
are
yeah,
some sexual related troubles you have found so far that you want to share with us?
yeah. Just for a moment, I lost your voice, but yeah.
Oh, okay. You got me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Troubles. Yeah, I mean, sexuality is maybe not that big of a topic than Christian faith. I mean, I can see how people got offended by that, and this is, but the thing is, yeah, it's not easy because I wanted to say that good art is really controversial, and it just makes you express your thoughts on it. So it affects you somehow, even if it's hate, even if it's disgust.
This guys or
Yeah,
disgust?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay,
yeah, so
disgusting. Even if it's disgusting. Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I got the word.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
but you have to get engaged with the art. So most of the artists who are known, like if you think about it, did something shocking or did something really new, which caught the public eye. Because if you are the new like still life painter and you paint like beautiful oranges and bananas and glass of waters, that can be beautiful, but it won't be effective because to get through to people, you have to get emotions out of them, and that's
Yeah.
why yeah most of the artists uses these strong feelings, and that's about my art. uh, I mean, I think because of my topic, uh, it's growing faster than others. I usually say that I'm not that good in the visual side. I mean, there are much greater painters than me. This is just a fact, not I'm being trying to.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just a fact. But because of the topic, it's everybody has an opinion on this, and I love to start, um, mm, conversations about it. I love to hear about others' thoughts, if they think it's too much, if they think it's too less, if they think I should do it in another way, if they get offended. I like to hear their thoughts because I am learning from them, and I'm doing this to get the reactions,
yeah.
and not just the good ones, the bad ones as well. And I think this is what brings us, forward to talk about things, and without uh, getting intense, you cannot get any voices.
So do you
Yeah.
think people actually really do love sex and intimate stuff? That is why, for example, your style is getting attention. Because
Yes.
people look like they don't like sex. When you go outside, everybody has a very innocent face. Like, nah, they don't want to even see sex.
You know what they say about people with innocent faces? They are the tigers in the bedroom. Yeah. But I think,
Mm,
I mean, I don't want to say that everybody's into like
mm-hmm,
wild and really intense stuff. What I'm trying to say is everybody loves to be clear about their interest in sexuality.
mm.
I I know really few people who doesn't interested in sex at all.
Really?
But yeah, only a few person. But the interesting stuff is everybody has the different ways. Maybe some vanilla, more vanilla, less vanilla. So it's. But they want to open up about it, and they love if they have the space to do that.
Mm,
And this is just my experience. So many friends or colleagues or classmates were like they just knew that they are safe with me. They opened up. We talked about it. Maybe we solved some misunderstandings, some problems, and only just talk about it made them hearts lighter, and they wasn't so worried after, like
mm,
they do something wrong. Like there is so many shame in this topic because we don't talk about it, and if we don't talk about it, then one can think that they are doing something bad.
yeah,
But maybe it's something really natural happens to every second person, but we don't know about it because we never talked about it like in public. So the one who has this problem lives in shame in her whole life,
mm-hmm,
and it affects many things. So if you are in shame uh, and you are ashamed of your own desires, your own body, it ruins your whole health,
yeah. I
everything.
remember in high school when I was a teenager, when I began to become a teen, I didn't know that as a boy at morning I would be very charged. So I thought I had a problem. I was really scared until I spoke to my big brother, and he actually told me that it means that I was very healthy if that happened. So, and there are a lot of people who are walking around who are very confused about things happening about them. So yeah, I think your movement is a very good one. However, I have some questions to ask you as we go on. So, with your line of art, do you think there is a line between on unpleasant and disrespectful
Mhm.
with your line of art? Do you think there is a line, or there is no limit?
Hmm. This is a little bit like humor. Like some said that good humor is a little bit offensive,
Mm-hmm,
like the good jokes about
mm-hmm,
Jewish people, for example, because the stereotypes, or I don't know why. Uh, I don't think it has to be one line because that line is like in a different place to
mm-hmm,
everybody. Because maybe for me, like the line is up here, but to another person is like really low, and even with the nudes, you are offending them.
mm-hmm,
So it depends on the viewer, maybe. Obviously, you can make things which is like directly offensive, but being offensive doesn't make it good art. It can be good art, but it won't be like necessarily good art just because it's offensive.
mm-hmm.
So I think it depends on the viewer and the intention of the artist.
They have, yeah. Okay. And then have you done something that you knew would provoke people? Have you done an art, a painting that when after you did it, you were like, damn, this is really gonna provoke people?
Yeah, like when I started this whole thing, like my first one was I have a t-shirt design with many little dicks on it,
Little
and
dicks.
yes, and I think it's just really cute, but it was really funny. And I posted it on my Instagram story, and I was like, okay, let's see what what are the reactions, and like it was so fun to see. Like I got a few unfollowings, like a few people unfollowed me, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great. I mean, if you don't want to see it and I want to show it, then goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, every time I posted something, I felt like it's maybe something new. It's maybe something more, maybe too much even. Like for example, I have a digital design with a couple, and the girl wears a strap-on, a strap-on
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
penis, and that was like a lot of people like DM me like, wow, wow, and but some of them were like, wow, I haven't really thought about it to that could be a thing in a straight relationship, but maybe yeah we should start to think about it like mm, for example this thing about, and I'm hoping I'm not cross,
No,
crossing the
go,
line
go,
here.
go. I have a question for you after that, so keep
Okay,
going.
okay. So this kind of anal issue with
Mm-hmm.
the heterosexual man, which they are so afraid of even touching themselves, they often doesn't even wash there
Mm-hmm.
themselves there, and it's causing a problem in a relationship because I've heard about a Reddit post, which is was a question like, guys, how could I tell my boyfriend to wash his ass properly because he's not doing that, and it's getting really awkward, and I don't know
Mm.
how to ask him, and like after that, like hundreds of comments. Oh my god, my boyfriend! Oh my god, my boyfriend as well.
Wow.
And that's because they are afraid of touching themselves there, because they are afraid that if they are touch their assholes, they are going to become gay. I don't know, but it's so ridiculous for me because like this is like so deep in our culture
Mm.
apparently that it's a no-go zone. But you have so many nerve endings there, so many pleasure points, and I think if you are really comfortable with your own sexuality and if you are really, um, stable, then you can discover that part of yourself as well. For example, like anal stuff. Even if you start with just washing it,
There
or
is some sensation there.
yeah, and
I'll pay attention to it and see.
so this is just one of the things
Mm.
people are afraid of, and maybe I'm just hoping that if they see an art about it or a conversation about it, they just you know get the uh, braveness to try it or just think about it and try it one day.
I saw a transgender video on X, previously Twitter, and it was a girl with a strap on with her boyfriend. And while in the act, the guy was coming. And
Mhm.
me as a man, I was really thinking, how is that possible? Like, how? He hasn't had contact with his penis. It is just through his anal, but he is coming.
Yeah.
How? And then when you were talking, you did mention of nerve endings. So now it's making sense. Wow. But that doesn't that make the man gay
I
based on
don't.
your opinion?
Yeah, in my opinion, it doesn't because you know if I know that I think the strict definition of being gay is if you are attracted to men. But
Mm,
if you are attracted to your girlfriend or women,
mm,
but also into anal sex, that's totally fine. And I've met with straight guys who are into that, and it was like they were completely straight, and it wasn't weird at all. And I was really amazed by their openness and how they were able to just express what they desire, and it didn't make them less straight. It made them even more straight, I should say.
but what if after trying that and now maybe they end up wanting more and then now maybe they realize that maybe a man can do it better than a woman with a strap on. They want a
Well,
man who can do it better.
it can happen. I mean, sexuality is a scale, and
Mm,
nobody, I mean, maybe some people, but I think really few one are in the opposite of them. So you're not strictly straight or strictly gay, and there is a million other version between. Like
mm,
you are like emotionally only connected with women as a man, but sometimes you are into more like gay connections in sexuality. This is a thing. Like everything can be a thing, and it's uh, if you are being open about it with yourself first, and of course with your partner or partners. You can be in an open relationship, you can be bi, you can be whatever. So today it's really, we are getting really, opened about it. Like we hear uh,
mm,
about all kinds of relationships, not just monogamy. And yeah, but I think it's never healthy if you are trying to push something down in yourself because you think
it's cool.
Uh, yeah, you think you cannot go with it. If you desire something, just you know talk
Go
about it.
ahead and try it.
Yeah, and of
Mm,
course without offending your partner if you have one, because you have to be open about it with them as well. Yeah, and that's I think this is a big, huge problem today. We should be go forward with this thinking, but today, for example, the Hungarian government is working
mm,
banning these kind of conversations. Like they are trying to ban Pride this year. They are completely banned sexual educations in school. So you cannot talk about if you are a teacher, you cannot talk about sexuality.
mm.
Young people cannot buy books with gay relationships in them, and this is just. I just wanted to say for a few moments that this is really dangerous because if you are not allowed to get to know the world around you and you feel different as you think you should feel, and you cannot get the information what this is about. Like being a teenager is confusing enough, but
Mm-hmm.
if you are not allowed to express your feelings, or if you think you are different and you have no things to reach, no informations, and you are completely feeling alone, this is extremely dangerous. Yeah.
Wow. And Lulu, back to what you were talking about, does it apply to women too, or is it only about men who should I mean, talking about, I asked you if a man does that, does that make him gay? How about women too? Do you think it's the same thing? There are similar nerve endings. I mean, they also have to try because that is also a problem in a lot of relationships too,
Mhm.
where maybe the boyfriend wants to try, but the girlfriend thinks it's a problem. What are your opinion on that one as well, since we are educating?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not not a sexual
Yeah, I mean,
professional or a therapist, but yeah, I have my own
yeah, your
opinion,
opinion, that's
obviously,
right.
and yes. Uh, but are we talking about anal sex with women or just
Yes, yes, yes. I
yeah,
mean, just to cover the men
yeah,
aspect, because
yes,
you
yes,
covered
yes.
on men. Yeah.
So I think what I'm hearing is anal sex is something men wants to try with women more often because they are attracted, much tighter hole, and they have this image about how it mm, must feel. But I've talked about it with men and women as well, and I know women who is into this kind of stuff because mm, they had great experiences, and I know men who are not interested at all. They have tried it; it's not a big deal for them. But about that, uh, I mean, the anal part is a really sensitive part, and you have to be like properly um, aware of what is going to happen there, properly careful, mm, very gentle, and if you don't know nothing about it, you can harm the other part.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think yeah, the whole women pleasure thing is a bit different from man pleasure. There's often more the intimacy part. Uh, we are more in our heads, maybe. So it's much harder to make come a girl than a guy, like in general. Yeah.
And your key holders, are you sure they are key holders? Because now, after assessing everything you have told me, I like your mindset with your craft. I like your idea, your open mindedness on your art and everything. But I wanted to ask you for the last time, are you sure that your key holder, the one, the picture I showed you, is for key holding?
But as I said, you can use them however you want to. So get creative.
Okay. I mean, we've had a very good conversation. This is one of the amazing conversations I've had. But to end it, we will have something I call the smart time, just to trick your brain a little bit. Are you, since you're an artist, do you know what are primary and secondary colors?
Primary and secondary
Colors.
colors.
Yes. Okay. So I was going to ask you to name the three primary colors as an artist. Then it's fine. It's fine. So they are red, yellow, and blue.
Oh,
They
colors.
say, yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
colors, colors, yes.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
were
I
you
misheard
hearing?
it. Colors like colors like the color. And I
Oh,
was like,
okay,
oh,
okay.
this is maybe something.
Okay, then now,
Yeah.
since you have the idea, can you mention the three secondary colors that we have?
Secondary. So the primary is red, blue, and yellow,
Mm-hmm. And
and
the
the
three
second
secondary.
like black, white, and no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hmm. This smart time is going to be not so smart. Wow.
So basically, the secondary colors are the combination of the primary colors. So if
Okay.
you add red and yellow, I
That's
think
orange.
you have orange. If you have add yellow and green, yellow and blue, it's green. So
Green.
those are the secondary
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
Anyway, and just to finish it, I see your color pattern. You like using most of bright colors like red, pink. Why is that so? I don't really see cool colors. Like, I mean, there are, but I don't really see like blue or yellow, but it's
Yeah.
mostly red and pink, red and pink. Is
Yeah.
it also still associated with love? Because I know
Yeah.
red and pink are all associated with
Yes.
love and sex.
Yeah, I think
So
it's the color of.
finish with why you use that colors.
Yeah, I think these are the colors of passion. Like uh, you look at the picture and you see warmth and passion and love and deepness.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I want to explore more colors in the future,
Uh-huh.
but it's always like what I feel going with. And yeah,
So your art, are they for sale? What do you do? Do you have an online store that
yes,
you sell your art? What is your online store? I mean, I'm going to put the link in my description below, but just tell us a little bit of your online store. What do we see there when we go there? What can we buy there?
yeah, I got this question like a lot, like can we buy these paintings? And I had to write the prices every time. So I created a web. It's a website, not a web store, and
Mm-hmm.
you can only see the paintings, details from the paintings, the sizes, the technique, and then the price. And after that,
Mm-hmm.
you can DM me on my Instagram or my
Instagram.
email address. I that's on the website as well, and I do customize the pictures as well. So if somebody has a really specific image in their mind, I like to, you know, I sometimes I make paintings like we are talking with the one who wants to order a painting, and she describes the feeling what she wants to get from the painting, and I'm doing sketches, and so we create something together, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's perfectly fits with their thoughts and feelings, and this is like prime stuff. But yeah, all of my paintings are up for sale.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm going to put your link in my description below, and of course your Instagram as well. So if people are interested and they want to, and do you do delivery only in Hungary, or if somebody is in the UK or in the US, they can still get your painting?
sure, sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think if they discuss with you in your DMs, you'd be good. So yeah, Lulu, it's actually been a very great conversation. I have
Here.
learned one or two. I'll pay more attention when I'm washing my ass. Maybe I'll have some one or two
Great.
feelings.
Yeah.
So yeah. Before we close the show, do you have any last words? Any words that you want to tell my viewers or your fans who are going to watch it? Yeah, I'll give you 1 minute to tell us your last words.
I just want to say like spread love. This is my ultimate
Spread love.
message.
How do you recommend we do that?
Like being thoughtful
Mm,
and kind and open and responsive. So
mm-hmm.
just be aware of others' emotions and just yeah, just don't hurt.
Great. So
Yeah.
Lulu's last message was is to spread love. All right, viewers, do
And
well to like and love this video. Write a comment. You can ask Lulu whatever question you want to ask her. I'm sure she'll be checking the comments below. And maybe when I have her on the show next time, she will answer all your questions. Until then, I am also saying goodbye, Lulu. I will talk to you on the other side, but we can both say bye to our viewers. Thank you
thank you
very
very much.
much and have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.